Kokoafricatv.
So it was really nice to have you today, sir.
Yeah.
So can we have your profile, please?
Well, I'm Dr. Oluwafemi Damilola Okelsointolu. I'm the Director General, Chief Executive Officer of Lagos State Emergency Management Agency. I pioneered LASEMA when I was the General Manager of LASEMA from 2005 to 2015. By 2015 to 2019, I was appointed as a Senior Technical Advisor on disaster risk reduction in the office of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Not only that, I was the Chairman Head Task Force of ECOWAS Early Warning System in Nigeria. Again, I pioneer and I play active role in the establishment of pre-hospital care in Lagos.
Well, you said so much about your profile, and that's really very impressive. So I want to talk about the collapse building that happened at number 18 Fremont Street on Lagos Island. What was the strategies you used in extracting those track bodies underneath?
We were able to use sophisticated equipment and light duty equipment. Firstly, the light duty equipment we use is that we detect that these are the numbers of people under the rubble. And with that, we are being expertise. We now use different light duty and heavy duty equipment to locate them and to localize their position. And with that, we are able to extricate 9, and they are all alive.
So because there's some report that are saying that 2 dead bodies, some are saying 3 dead bodies. So we just want to really know how many dead bodies were really extracted from the building.
3 dead bodies were recovered. 1 elderly man, another elderly woman that happened to be a police woman, and the infant.
Okay, that's
3
dead bodies. So what are the provisions the government have put in place for those deceased bodies and the injured families too?
Now, really, during the process, when they were extricated, they were treated. All the 9 were treated to ensure that they are okay, and when they were stable, we discharged them. And the 3 bodies were deposited in the mortuary.
For the family to...
Yeah, for the family to go and bury them.
Okay, now we're looking at what measures and activities that you have put in place for the 3rd Mainland Bridge partial closure.
Yeah, well, when you look at what we put in place, we did that in conjunction with all the first responders and the main agency that is in forefront, which is the waterway agency. Because you see, a lot of people will shift from land transportation to water transportation. Okay. And with that, we are able to work hand in hand with the Waterways and the Safety Commission, and also the Ministry of Transport. We are going to provide sophisticated equipment, heavy duty equipment on the 3rd mainland, so that whenever a vehicle breaks down, instead of it to lead to go slow, we quickly take them off from the road. And secondly, we won't want a situation that the emergency will occur in any parts of the Lagos Island that we are not able to respond as quickly as possible, or to deploy our machinery to the place. So you will see some of our equipment on the 3rd mainland. Again, we will improve on the safety on our waterways, so that we will let the people of Lagos State, under the watch of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, to have confidence on what we are doing. So with that, we are going to ensure safety on our waterways by enforcing a lot of safety measures, and we'll be working with the Waterways Agency, Safety Commission, primary responders, ambulances, to the extent that we will ensure that All of them are on red alerts. Now, we will ensure that the people that want to ply the play, our waterways, they abide with our rules and regulation. And foremost of our rules is that they must wear a life jacket. We are not talking about fake life jackets here. We are talking about genuine, authentic life jacket, because there are some fake life jackets that people do put on. We will cut that one off. We will ensure that your safety is paramount to the state. You will ensure that you wear correct, genuine, authentic life jacket. Not only that, all the operators must ensure that all the people that are applying this thing, they have a good manifest. Thirdly, we must ensure that they have life buoy inside their boats. The purpose of all this is here to improve the safety on our waterways. And strategically, we are going to put ambulances in our jetties, like Ilaje has been marked, Ebuteo has been marked. We are going to put our ambulances there. Not only that, on our waterways, we will ensure that there is 24-hour surveillance with our rescue boats plying the plates with our local divers.
24 hours.
24 hours. 24 hours in the sense that, number one, the closing time that you can ply our waterways will be 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yes, by 7 o'clock, nobody should ply our waterways. But despite that fact, we will ensure that we have primary responders stand by on the ground, watching our waterways 24 hours.
Protecting the life.
So with that, you will discover that LASEMA and other key stakeholders will ensure safety on lands. We will ensure that safety on our waterways, and you will ensure that we are able to attend to any form of emergency at the island.
Is there any measures that have been put in place to cope the heavy traffic that will arise from using alternative routes on the land?
Yeah, there's a lot of methods that have been put in place. We have used alternative routes, okay, and we've commenced dissemination of information to the people of Lagos State. What we just really need now is the cooperation, understanding of the good people of Lagos State. Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu have put a lot of humanly possible things on the ground. We've put the LASEMA to be on the ground. The Federal Road Safety Corps are on the ground. The MOT, VRO, Ministry of Transportation, they have been put on red alerts. The traffic radio is there to tell you people to communicate what is happening on our roads, the alternative routes that they can take, where the LASWA, the Safety Commission, the LASEMA, the ambulance services will be ensuring that we manage both land transportation and our waterways.
Well, the legation has been informed of the routes that will be alternative.
We have informed them. We are working with the federal government. We are informed them, and they need to listen to the traffic radio when they want to move out.
So, sir, considering what you said, you have really impacted a lot of lives during this COVID. So, what have you really done?
COVID is a pandemic situation. LASEMA is part of the EOC. And what we mean about EOC is the Emergency Operating Center, where they plan, where they coordinate the response to all this. So LASEMA is part of it. We are working with the key stakeholders, which is the Ministry of Health. Again, we've built the capacity. We realize that all of this impact is to the grassroots. We've built the grassroots resilience in such a way that we partner and we train some health personnel in conjunction with the primary health care board Not only that, we've strengthened our local emergency management committee in all the local governments, and we have our ambulances positioned strategically all over the state. And again, when everywhere was shut down, the emergency services of the state was not shut down. We are ready. We have boosted the morale of our emergency respondents. We've provided them with adequate information. We kitted them up. We ensure that in any form of challenges, we will be able to take care of their health.
There is this controversy that people are saying that COVID-19 is not really real. So what is your message for those kind of people?
Well, it's too bad. It's pathetic that with all information we gathered, with all those people that have affected, is bad, is recklessness for anybody to say that COVID-19 is not real. The states under the watch of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, has invested so much in tackling the challenges that is associated with this COVID-19. I'm appealing to the good people of Lagos State. I'm appealing to fellow Nigerians that COVID-19 is real. We health workers, we are first on the line. Is one of the risk, occupational hazard risk that we are exposed to. We are fighting unknown, we are fighting unknown enemy, and we are putting all resources humanly possible to ensure that we conquer it. We are sorry for the inconvenience, but you need to note that this type of pandemic has occurred in the past. In the 50s, in the 20s, they were able to combat it, despite the fact that there is no Wi-Fi, despite the fact that there was no Netflix, despite the fact that there was no GSM, despite the fact that the technology then was not as advanced as we have now. And they cope. What we are appealing to good people of Lagos State and fellow Nigerians is that they need to cope. They need to appreciate what the government is doing. It is your government. It's the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It is important for people to key in and ensure that they take clear ownership and they live responsibly, so that they don't infect their loved ones, they don't infect those people they are with in the community.
Kokoafricatv.